Happy 4th of July weekend. It's me again with a new DIY time. I have created a new design with my t-shirts. If you haven't seen some of my designs yet, they're on 808 Gypsy Love on Etsy. 808 GYPTSYLOVE, one word, all one word, if you search for it on Etsy. And this is not up yet on my site, so it should be up soon in case you don't want to do it yourself. But it's this braided fringe. I've kind of wanted to create a new fringe style, so I made these braided fringe, and this is an example of where I will show you what to do or how to do it. I'm going to show you how to do this fringe. I left some undone because I'm going to show you an example of how to do this. And the tools you're going to need to do this, only 3, maybe 2, is this graphing ruler, because we're going to need to make some measurements kind of accurate so that we can make sure we don't have any extra strips when braiding. And you're also going to need a rotary tool. I feel like that's best to get the accurate strips that you're going to need to do this. And possibly scissors. Never know. Scissors. Some good fabric scissors. Make life easier. So I'm going to show you an example down here on my creative floor with this Detroit City t-shirt, because this gypsy has moved. She is now in the D, so I'm representing right here. And here are my tools. I got my tools, I got my shirt, and I got it on a cutting board. But before if you don't have a cutting mat, I guess you could use like cardboard or some kind of wood. Like, you don't want to damage your floor or your table, so you're going to need something to put it on. I've got one of these rubber mats I found at like Joann's on sale. So what you're going to need to do is first measure the shirt, and this is about 15 inches wide, which means, and I do the strips in 1/2 inch, so they're going to be 1/2 inch, so that's going to be 30 strips, which is perfect because, we're going to do a braid, a three braid, so that's going to be 10 braids that are going to be on here made from 30 strips. So yeah, that's a lot of strips, but this does take time. This piece is not like a quick project. So I'm going to start off by trying to make this as straight as possible, and there may be, if your shirt is like this where it's wide at the bottom, that's okay. Just try to even it out, like square it off here and here. Make sure that's square, everything meets up. And then you take your rotary tool, and this is actually not the best ruler to use when you're slicing and dicing, because you could actually slice up the ruler, and it's better to use a metal one, but I have not gotten one yet. So I'm using my plastic ruler that has been sliced and diced quite a couple times. So I made my first strip, and I'm going to move it out of the way so I can see this line here, and I'm going to line it up again with a 1/2 inch to make another 1/2 inch strip, and now it should be square, you see here. And I'm going to go ahead and slice me up another strip up into, and I'm making it even by lining it up with that. It doesn't have to be perfect on point, but close to it. So that's 2 strips, and then I'm going to make a bunch more, like 30 strips altogether, which is going to make 10 braids, which is going to look awesome at the end. But okay, I'm going to go ahead, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to do it all the way across until you're done. And then you're going to come back up here and you're either going to put it on a dress form or a hanger so that you can get the braid to come out nicely. It's best to do it that way. I mean, if you don't want to, it's fine, but your braids might become bunched up. So I've got, it's kind of messy because this was a stretchy material. Stretchy material is not easy to slice and dice. So what I'm gonna well, it doesn't matter because it's, you know, it's gonna get braided anyways and you won't see it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you an example of braiding. You just kind of want to make sure there's no like gap right there, and you don't want to be too tight and too loose when you're doing the braid. And I'm kind of slow with braids. I don't braid, but I'm sure if you are you do hair, this is like nothing for you. This is probably a piece of cake, and you can get this done in like 5 seconds. But I'm just gonna braid it a little bit for you, and you just braid it all the way to the end. And then once you get to the end, I got this one almost to the end here. Once you get to the end, I'll show you how to tie it off. And then that's what's so great about the strips being so thin, is you get all that fringe. It just takes a long time. It's so tedious, but it looks so good at the end. So you just keep braiding to the end. Or you can stop, you can even stop midway. That would be cute, to just stop right there and knot it and have that extra fringe at the bottom. That's another little design that I have done. But this particular design, I'm going to braid it all the way at the end, simply because it's pretty frayed and it would look just cleaner and better if I just braid the whole thing. But this is really fun to wear in the summer. Okay, so when you get to the end, you can you just stretch it a little bit, you know, to kind of thin it out, and then you're gonna just make a regular knot like that. And I like to just knot and pull the knot down, and then I just go ahead and I stretch it up like this, let it bounce back. This is stretchy material. I don't know if you want to do that with the cotton, but probably just so you can even make it longer. And then you just do that all the way around. Yeah, I still have a few more to do, but you can get a gist of how it's going to come out. Isn't that cute? I love it too. So that was a quick little DIY, quick little DIY video, but it's a bit time consuming. But I mean, you know, just take a day when you just don't have anything to do and whip it up. Or if you can't sleep, you know. So, hope you enjoyed this DIY. Hope it was easy for you to follow. And thank you for viewing. Have a good holiday week, or rest of your holiday weekend. Bye.